Hey guys, it's Emmy. So, I feel kind of stupid. Or, well, not perceptive. Whatever the antonym for perceptive is. Okay, so last video I talked about how, back in mid-July, I relapsed with my recovery from chronic fatigue and postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Such a mouthful. Oh my gosh, I hate saying it whenever I do. And during that time, right before I relapsed, I was running maybe once or twice a week, you know, exercising frequently, doing yoga the days after I ran so that I could, you know, my body could recover, and I was stretching and I wasn't all like tense and joint pain or whatever. So I was pretty active, and I was eating, gosh, some days I ate up to like 5,000 calories a day if I was really active, but most of the time I kept it around 3,000 to 4,000 calories. And then once I relapsed, I stopped doing that. I basically lay in bed for 2 weeks because I couldn't get up and do anything. I kind of just sat there and drank orange juice and ate rice and corn. And for a time period I was eating less. Like I was probably eating maybe like 2,000 calories a day or 1,800 calories a day some days. But, you know, I quickly got over that and started eating more again because I knew, oh, that's gonna help me with you know, getting back on track, getting back to where I was. And I didn't think that I'd relapsed that far, but I did, as, you know, only recently am I getting back to where I was over the summer. So it's taken a good 4 months or so, because right now is November. So yeah, like 3.5 months. But when I relapsed, I started gaining weight. Like I gained a lot of weight. I mean, I gained weight when I went on, when I became vegan initially, and I kind of started off raw till 4, when I went vegan, just because that was what I first found. And of course I gained weight because I had, for the past year, not been eating well and probably caused my chronic fatigue by, eating one of those starvation diets, a 1,200 calorie or 800 calories some days, kind of diet, and really restricting and working out a lot, and, you know, and so obviously I gained weight, from that, which, totally okay, I'm fine with that. But then when I relapsed, I gained like another 15 pounds, and I was back up to where I was, or almost to where I was before I started, restricting about a year ago. And I was kind of like, what? Why did this happen? And at the time, before I relapsed, I was eating rice, and I had a lot of avocado. I did avocado like 2 or 3 times a week. I was eating a lot of calories. In general, I was like, you know, upwards of like 3,000 calories and 4,000 calories. And then when I, you know, was done with like the pit of the relapse, I started eating that same way again, but I wasn't working out as much because I was still climbing back up to get to where I was. And so I was eating the same way, but I was like, why am I gaining weight? Why am I gaining weight like this? This doesn't make any sense. I'm doing the same things that I was before. I'm not working. Ugh, unperceptive. So I cut out avocado, and I continued to eat the same amount of food, and it kind of just stayed the same. I think, you know, like nothing changed, and I'm like, oh, it'll just take time. And then, like a month or 2 ago, I was like, you know what, I'm not exercising that much, I'm going to eat just like 2,500 calories, and, you know, and I lost like 8 pounds, so, you know, obviously, I was eating a lot, like I was eating like an athlete, but I wasn't doing anything, and I do need to probably eat more than, I don't know, like, if I was like a regular normal person without any of like these weird syndrome things, I would probably, like, you know, I would probably be eating a bit less than I am. now, because I wouldn't have to compensate for lack of energy or compensate to have a regular amount of energy like a normal person would. Although I don't have to as much anymore because I am back to, you know, being able to go for a run and all that stuff. So I completely lost my place. So, you know, now I'm eating like, you know, I was eating like 2,500 calories a day, 2,600 calories a day, and doing like, you know, moderate working out. Like I walk home from school, you know, that's like a half hour at about 3 miles per hour, you know, doesn't take that long. You know, because it's it's almost 1.5 miles back to, from my house to where I go to school. But, you know, and recently I started running again. Maybe about a week ago. I think I did like 60 minutes walking, and then I ran for 10 minutes. Not all together, but in like 2 different chunks. And I was like so proud of myself because I'm like, yes, I'm able to do this. I feel fucking awesome. So, you know, I've been eating more lately because it's been like every 3 or 4 days. Actually, today and the day before yesterday I went for a run, so that was every 2 days. But, you know, it's so beautiful out right now, and it's like cold enough where you like, you know, it's great. But, you know, I've been eating more recently, and I was like, oh, well, this is, you know, I was eating this much over the summer and I like gained weight, but I'm working out now. So, I don't know. I had this epiphany while watching a older video of durian riders, because I'm like, oh, holy shit, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I see this before? Okay, so, I don't know, just wanted to share that, because, I don't know. I wanted someone to know and to possibly understand. This is what I do. Alright. Bye, guys. Talk to you later, and I'll let you know if I have any more moments of realization about my life and stuff.